Alright guys, so we're gonna kit up the two other mandalas from this 4-pack. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prep my canvas. Get rid of the sheet. I am gonna write my initials on the front, so if I want to reuse this at any time, I'll know which side will stick only as much as you need to and which side is gonna stick with every freaking you know, you ever put that clear sheet on the wrong way, you can get it off, but it's tough. It is really tough to do. I think I did it on camera one time, so I know. Alright, so I am... Okay, so let's see if I can get a good view of this. Canvas is not in the best condition, but you know, this is one of the projects that I do just to have something calming to do at work. Did that make a difference? I have a light off to the side here that I use when I film straight on. Nope, I don't see a difference, so we'll just leave it off. Okay, so there it is. This one might turn out really pretty. You know, I'm not terribly partial to purple, but I think this one might be pretty. So, since it is poured glue, I will have to put some washi tape over those edges. So I'm trying to get this row started. Okay. So I do like to use washi tape for most. I mean, poured glue, you can't trim that extra adhesive off. So you gotta do something. Alright, so my head is gonna get in this shot, so bear with me, because I need to get it right up to, but not over. Give me a second. Oh, that didn't go well. Let's try this again. I can position this half of it, and I think that's good. Okay. So next side. And the cool thing about using washi tape is I'm gonna be covering up the numbers on this one side, but I will still be able to see the numbers, so because washi tape's kind of sheer. Alright, so let's see if I can get it lined up better just by doing it a little bit at a time. Okay, there we go. This is a good use of all that washi tape that I accumulated when I was doing paper crafting that I never actually tended to use in the paper crafting. So, as you guys can see on the other ones that I had done at work, I have some really pretty solid pink washi tape at work that I like to use for that. But since I've decided I'm going to start doing my kittings, dekittings on camera, I brought them all home, but I forgot to bring the washi tape, so that's what I had. Alright, so one thing that, okay, so what I use for covering these is they're little squares of parchment paper. They're dual sided. They're covered by they have a silicone coating on both sides. So I got them off Amazon. If I can find the link, I will link it for you. So what I learned with the mandala that I just did, I normally start from a corner and I, wallpaper it that way, but I like having the center part to do last on the mandalas. So let's just plunk, roughly centering my first paper. Oh, I am centered, but I am seriously wonky. So roughly center and then try to line up some of the symbols. So, nope. Well, maybe this is not such a great idea. I liked saving the last one because of the pink, but you know what, I think this one I can handle just doing, or from the bottom up. So let's throw one down, and like Rebecca does, I'll just get it covered at first, and then when I go to work on it, I may adjust. I pull up a section to do, and I may adjust the sheets around it to what I think this will do better if I give it just a little bit more of a overlap on the side. Like so. And then the center. So I think that works. We'll do this side. Just like so. And these things peel up so easy. I can rearrange or I can adjust them at any time. And a lot of times, like I'm at work, I may not have enough time in the day to do this whole part. So I have pieces at work that are partials that I can use to block off the section that I don't want to mess with. So let's put you down first on these side pieces. These middle parts. Alright, so that works out nice. So at first, you know, I don't have to cut any to a specific size for it on the onset of this. As I'm working, I can use the ones that I've already cut to fiddle about with. So this canvas is prepped and ready for me to take back to work. On. Alright, so that was kind of you know, I may have gotten myself into a little bit of a bind here. Maybe. We'll see. Easy enough to fix if I need. Alright, so we're gonna go with my favorite, and my things are all pointed in that direction. So here is, you know, you guys remember this is how I keep the drills, and I have them labeled. This one is J4995, so that one is not it. I mean, as if I couldn't tell with the purples, but so here are the drills for that one, and these are for the other one that I will, you know what, should I do one long kitting video, do both of them, or should I do them? I'm going to do them in separate. No, actually, I will do a long video in case you like. If you don't, you can always watch it in sections. Like, you know, there's times when I have a long video that I want to watch, I just don't have time. I will watch part of it, and then I will come back and I'll watch more of it, and then I'll come back later and I'll watch more, and eventually I'll make it through. But then there's times when I have a good chunk of time where I just need something to play, where I don't have to constantly be stopping what I'm doing to click on another video. So, alright, so these all come in a nice little, so they are numbered and with sequence number, and canvas code. So I will just have to look along here to get my letters that I need. Alright, so let me get some labels. Now, see, the thing is when I have a kit that has DMC numbers in it, I tend to use the whole label, so I can write the DMC number in the corner, use the symbol here. But when it's just a sequence number and a, you know, code, I can use these smaller pieces. And all I do is cut the labels in half. I figure there it's a, slightly better, efficient way of doing this. Okay, so I didn't grab a thin fine point Sharpie for this, but I do have a Sharpie pen. It's in blue, but that worked, you know, no biggie. Alright, so the first symbol is the letter L. So I will draw L. I'll put the number in the corner of it. So put that on top. And now we will get our so I need my tray, since this can always get kind of messy. And I'm looking around to see if I've got anything to toss these into. In a moment. I do have a little bucket thing that I just need to junk it. Let's put it that way. So there we go. Nice little bucket for this to put my stuff in. Okay, so let's just get started. I looked into ordering a new camera. I mean, because I've been toying with the idea. Ooh. Let me do it this way. If I see a rogue diamond, I like to put it in. Well, I'm still trying to figure out what works best for me. But I do prefer to pull out rogue diamonds. When I'm kitting up. So into the although I may have to, you know what, I might decide to try it the other way. Of just dumping it in and seeing how that works for me. So let's just press on. Okay, so the next code is the letter Z, or you know, if you're in the UK, Z, and that's sequence number 2. Alright. Pop you on. And let's get your drills. And that's one of the benefits of these little pots, because they're not little. They hold quite a bit. I have yet to do one of the kits, you know, where you get those little pre-measured baggies. So I don't know how many bags fit into those pots yet. So we'll have to see when I do. Okay, so the next code is the next symbol is the letter P, and that's number 3. Go and let's grab bag 4, number 3. Cut off its corner. Pop you guys into here. Alright. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm looking into getting a newer camera. Because apparently they come just as itself in normal mode, just like this one is. The view is going to be even wider. So that's one of my main reasons for considering. So the X code is the letter X. So I just need to figure out which model and how much I want to pay. Now we were also looking at maybe changing how the camera is mounted, because obviously if I increase the distance between the desk and the camera, it might give me a wider view, but the question about how to mount it in the situation I'm in is somewhat problematic. So I'm gonna try the new camera first, because like I said, I've been toying with the idea of getting a new camera for a while now. Because I've noticed, even though this camera does okay, it does quite well, some of my videos I've noticed that the resolution may not be the best. So I think it's time to upgrade. I mean, I've had this camera. I've tried to remember. It was probably around 2005. No, I would say around 2006 or 2007. Okay, so the next symbol is the letter C. So I think it's time to upgrade. So number 5 baggie. I've learned to open it before I put the label on, because I have a habit of putting it on backwards if I don't. Okay, so let's do number 6, which is the letter M. If you guys are Archer fans, yeah. M is in Mancy. Have you seen that episode? You know, where they're trying to defuse a bomb or something like that. Yep. M is in Mancy. That one's hilarious. You know, I find Archer hilarious. I am not a very good person for doing voices, so I am not even going to try. But all I hear in my head is, you know, damn it, Archer! So, I think that was Ray. Ray was the one trying to defuse the bomb. Following what Archer, you know, was spelling out. And he put the N instead of M because, you know, thought he said Nancy because N is in Nancy, but nope. When that didn't work, they were going over it again and figured out what the problem was, because Archer was using M as in Mancy. Alright, so the symbol, I need to get a little bit closer of a look. Okay, that is the letter H. was a bit darker with dark text. So that one might be a little fun, but we'll. These mandalas are actually quite simple. The symbols are pretty clear, so should be pretty easy for me to follow. Alright, so number 7. And in you go. So these have been pretty good as far as not horrible static. So I think I might try doing it without the dryer sheets. I'll reserve dryer sheets for when, you know, where the static is so bad that it doesn't want to come out of the little bag. So, alright, so number 8 is the letter V. Yep, V. Let's see if this one's as bad as the previous one. Okay, so nope. Okay, because the letter V looks like it's a tan color, and the letter Y is a lilac-y color. So, in the kit that I just did, they were very close in color, and they were right next to each other on the chart. So, but at least they were easy enough to see where I could, as long as I paid attention, I could prevent myself from putting the wrong drill down. Alright, so number 8. So, yep, it's a mustardy yellow color. So, here we go. Last stragglers. There we go. No jumpers. Okay. So next one is number 9. And its code is D. Pretty certain. Yep. Okay, so D. Yeah, so I'm anticipating that I will be able to fit all of these colors. Will, each color will fit into a pot. The last one, there was so much of that dark blue, I actually had to separate it into two containers. Alright, so number 10 is the Y. So Yankee. If you're doing this phonetically. Or should I say, if you're doing it with a military phonetic alphabet. So far, military: Lima, Zulu, Papa, X-Ray, Charlie, Mike, Hotel, Victor, Delta, and Yankee. There we go. So, and as you can see, like I said, Y was a lilac-y. Well, this is not quite lilac. This is definitely a pinky purple with one stowaway, but we're gonna just go with it. I'll pick it out the next time when I dump them into a tray if that one is one of them, it'll get picked out then. What I do is when I pick rogues out of a kit like this, I will stick them in. Wow, you can't even see what I was doing. Sorry guys. Okay, so I was so out of frame when I did that. Okay, so yeah, I said Lima, Zulu, Papa, X-Ray, Charlie, Mike, Hotel, Victor, Delta, Yankee. I will stick the rogues in, you know, one of the unused ones, and then if I get Froggy or bored, I'll see if it matches any of the colors to rejoin it with it. But that's not always the case. Sometimes a rogue drill doesn't match any of the colors in the kit. My first kit, they did. My second, there was ones that there was no match. So that's when I learned it just don't expect it to match. Okay, so the next one is T for Tango. Alright, let me get one in. This is a pretty peach. Sherbet orange is what I call this. That's pretty. I like that. Oh, one jumper. There you go. Alright, one's done. The next one, which is 12, is just a dot. These kits are kind of funny in the fact that they'll do all like so far this pack has done all alphabet and then one dot. So, alright, so number 12 is the dot. Sometimes I find it easier just to turn it that way. Ooh, there's 2 rogues, and those look like they belong in number 13, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I will worry about it when I'm doing the kit. Just to make, you know, I'm not worried about how long this video is, but I am, you know, I'm not gonna do things that make it, you know, even like super long. So alright, so the next one is K as in kilo. Now I do like as Rebecca does, like she's you know, in most kits. So these simple ones that are just basically an alphabet, once I finish putting them in their containers, I will reorganize them so the dot comes first and then it's in order of the alphabet. And that's what makes sense to me. So that's what I do. Since it makes it easiest for me to find the symbol that I'm looking for. Okay, so the next one number 14. And it is, I gotta tilt it just a little bit to get the light glare off of it. That is the letter N, as in November. Yeah, the military doesn't use Nancy. They use November for the letter N. The military and the civilian, sorry, there's a little tab on the tab that I feel the need to trim. So number 14. Well, brown is one of my least favorite colors, so hopefully that makes sense in the project. Alright, so the next one is number 15, and that is the letter J, Juliet. And that's a pretty nice bright sunny yellow. With a rogue drill in there. Okay. Next one is 16, which is S for Sierra. Or S as in Sierra. That's what I do when I'm on the phone and I'm having to spell something for somebody. I will do that, you know, for my name. T is in Tango, R is in Romeo, I is in India, C is in Charlie, I is in India, A is in Alpha. And you just always hope that whoever you're talking to has even a clue about what a phonetic alphabet is. Alright, so number 17 is A as in Alpha. Yeah, I always kind of like look to see if maybe I can spell my name with the letters that are in a kit, but they tend not to use the letter I. So I'm basically screwed. So see it. There you go. Alright, so it looks like I got 2 more in this kit. So, oh, and 2 more labels on this little guy, so perfect. So 18. And our code, or symbol, is the letter F, as in Foxtrot. jumper. Alright, so the last one is E. So number 19 is an E as in echo. That's one thing that's kind of cool about this pack of mandalas, is it's basically just alphabet. Now, for kits where there's a lot of symbols, sometimes I draw the symbols. For as many years as I've been crafting, specifically cross stitching, I've gotten pretty good at drawing the symbols. So let's go ahead and just pull these out. So I can reorganize them. Alright, so dot. I know I have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Kind of remember what letters were there so I can skip past the ones I don't have. J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, or Z. Alright, so there's this mandala kitted, and what I like to do, since if I kit one up at a time, I'm not worried about it, but since I am kitting 2 up tonight, I am going to write the code on a label. And stick it on. I don't want to stick it on top of here in case it gets rubbed, you know, when I put it in my backpack or whatnot. So I don't want a chance that coming off. So there we are. The kit for the J4995 mandala. All ready to go. Alright, so let's stick this. Grab the next one. So, one more of these. And we will pull out, oh, let me show you. Getting a little ahead of myself. So here is this mandala. So this is the J4994. That's what it is. So this one's got a decent amount of detail, it seems. So this one might turn out pretty. It's not my favorite color combinations, but it might turn out really pretty. All right, so again, before I take this off, I write my initials on so I know which is the top. Now, it's likely that I'm not going to use that cellophane for anything, but it's always nice to have it just in case. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm getting my washi tape ready. You know what I'll do before? Hey. Maybe work a little smarter. Let's do my labels ahead of time. Alright, so number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm out of, I keep this partials in a little bag, but I have these set up to do a different, okay, so I will cut these into 4, instead in half again, so it's a quarter of this label. When I'm kitting a project and there's too many drills to fit into the container, and I don't have enough containers to use a second one for a certain color, I will put the rest of them in a baggie. You know what, I will just finish doing this sheet. And then I'll put that little X on the bottom of the container as an indicator that there are more drills still in baggie. Alright, so just grab one of these. And so number 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Okay, so now let's do the symbols. Okay, so number 1 is J. Number 2 is Mike, M as in Mike. Number 3 is Alpha, A. See, number 4 is November, N. 5 is H, Hotel. 6 is E as in Echo, and 7 is V as in Victor. 8 is T as in Tango, and 9 is Y as in Yankee. Alright, number 10 is F as in Foxtrot. Alright, so number 11 is Dot, and 12 is Z. Thirteen is Sierra, and 14 is Papa. 15 is Delta, and 16 is Kilo. Seventeen is Charlie, and 18 is Lima. Okay, so there we go. Since putting the washi tape on kind of hampered my ability to get a really good look at things, do my labels before I do the washi tape. That makes more sense to me. Alright, again, in order to do this, I gotta put my readers on, and my apologies if you see the top of my head. give you a good look at how many grays I'm getting. Although I'm pretty lucky because my grays are a nice value of gray. So, and when it mixes with my brown hair, it makes it look a lot more blonde. But eventually it'll all turn. But I have some plans. I'm gonna do some funky color. Oh, my washi tape was a little short. So I'm kind of waiting for COVID to die, you know, to become a everyday, you know, okay, so not a crisis. Eventually COVID will just be one of those things, one of the things you live with. It happens, but it won't be the health crisis that it is right now. So once it's more feasible to go to the salon for something that is just for fun and not something that I absolutely need, I have some plans to do something funky with my hair. But I want it to be a surprise for everybody, so I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be like. I mean, granted, part of that is because I'm not sure it's going to turn out the way I want. But you know what? It's just hair. If it doesn't turn out, then we do something else with it. Alright, so pull out my, if I remember, these are pretty much the same size, so this technique should work nicely for them all. Okay, so string her around and get these on. So when I bought these, they came in a box that was about this tall. And so I think it was I think the number of sheets inside of it was like 5,000. So I don't think I will run out of these anytime soon. And that's why I don't worry about cutting them into different shapes and sizes to fit into the odd spots. I do that like that the last time. I want that center one to be kind of buried. But again, as I'm working on this, I adjust these little sheets whenever I need to. Alright, so that mandala is prepped, and I don't need to keep it up here because I already have my labels made. Alright, so, and I think they're this way. Yep. So here are all of these drills. Okay, so out you come. Let's bring you in. Let's put these away before I spill them on the floor, because they are slippery little suckers. So they don't stay in a grouping very easily. Okay. Let's start with number 1. Juliet. Make sure I have baggie number 1. And we're just gonna press it on with this. Almost a lime green, but not quite. It's more of an apple green. I am quite partial to lime green, so this is just a little too yellow for that. Right, you know what, since I have all the labels, I'm just gonna set them there, and then as I get to the, I kind of know where they should go. Okay, so this baggie is awfully full. And I'm going to take a wild stab and say this is 310. But it all fit. Alright, so number 2 was M. They do like to use the M for the one that has the most. I noticed that in the last one. M was the darkest color and it was large blocks of it. Okay, so number 3 is alpha. Ooh, wait. Never mind. Number 2 has 2 baggies. So we'll deal with that in a minute. So here's number 3. My little pot's kind of getting a little full, but we can squish it down for right now. Alright, so alpha will sit right about there. Yeah, you're not even seeing what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. Alright, so I know dot's there, alpha's there, so I figure I can just throw them in as I go along in their relative spots. Okay, so number 4. Baggie number 4. And in we go. Let's pull some of these out and off to the side. So I'll just grab one from there. Number 5, label on. Find number 5 baggie. It's right here. Okay, H. Number 6. Number 6 baggie. Echo. So number 7. So some of these colors don't excite me, but maybe that, you know, when you get them all together as a whole piece, they make sense. But again, I do these little kits just for stress relief at work. When I need some task to just calm my mind. That works. Okay, so number 8. Now this color I would classify as putty. That brown gray color, that just, to me, says putty. Alright, so number 9. This is a nice sage green, so that's a color I like. Alright, so number 10. Is next. And you're home for the next X number of weeks or months until because I probably won't do this one first. I'll do the other one first. I'll do this one after. So most likely it will be sometime in 2021. Okay, give me a moment to adjust how I'm sitting since my bones are getting a little older. Okay, so number 11 is next. That is my dot. Alright, so I'm kitting these up today for my work project. I'll be back sometime in the next week or so because I have to kit up and prep my Advent project. Since I have decided that I will participate in that. But again, I can't promise anything as far as how much I film, how often I post it. So number 12. Alright, so in here I have a little stool, a rolly stool, round, and it swivels for this desk because that just is what makes the most sense for this space, because this is a tight space in here. But I'm wondering if I'm going to be doing these videos a lot. I might have to rethink my seating choice for this. Need something with a back. But that's something I'll just have to keep an eye on, and maybe I will see something that will work nicely for this. Ooh, maybe if I can find a chair that has a back that can be removed, that would be perfect. So I could have it as a stool when I need it to be a stool. If I'm doing a quick video, then I'll just use it like that. But if I know I'm going to be sitting here for a while, I throw the back on it, and then I am a bunch more comfy for these long videos. There's an idea. So now I just have to search for such a thing. I'm sure it exists out there. It's just a matter of finding the right one. You can probably get it at IKEA. If you watch Rebecca, you know how much he goes to IKEA for things. For us, IKEA, it is... crap, I don't even know how far away where the nearest IKEA is. Several hours drive. I think it's Denver. So that's our nearest IKEA is Denver. Needless to say, we don't go to IKEA a lot. Because that's not even a day trip. That is to make the drive, stay in a hotel, get up the next day, go to the store, and then depending on how long you spend in the store, maybe you drive home that night, or maybe you go back to the hotel and stay another night. Okay, so grab an empty number 16. We just got 3 more bags. Do the thing. Okay. Number 17 is C. That's a pretty teal aqua color. So and grab one more empty sticker. And then empty in the bag. There we go. All of them in. All my trash in a little bin, and let's get you guys put in there. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Oop, I missed K. So J, K, L. Alright. U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Alright, so now they're all put in, and so you can see I have extras in here, so I will grab one of them, and I'll okay, so number 2 is the letter M, So I will just put M on there. So I know when I run out of this one right here, I will grab this one and get more. Okay. My tray, because you know the one time I don't use the tray is when I'm going to have a bunch of drills head for the hills. So, alright, so there is the extra of the letter M, which is most likely 310, because that definitely looks like black to me. Alright, so and like I did on the last one, since I cut up all those, I can do it smaller on this one. So this one is J4994. You can see that. So J4994. Just need to be able to tell the difference between these two kits that I'm taking to work. Alright, so there we are, all kitted up and ready to go. So 2 kits done tonight, and I will be back sometime next week or this week, next week or this weekend. Maybe I'll get froggy and do it this weekend to kit up my Advent. So again, thank you guys for joining me with this type of video if you enjoy it, and we'll catch you next time.